February 1978, California's Sierra Nevada mountains. A Ford Mercury Montego sits abandoned on a remote mountain pass. Keys in the ignition, doors unlocked, heater still warm. Outside, minus 20 degrees Celsius winds scream through the pines. Inside, no men, no footprints that lead anywhere logical. Days later, rescuers make a grim discovery. A Forest Service cabin just 3 miles away, stocked with canned food, propane, warm beds, untouched. 5 men could have survived the night. Instead, they chose to die in the snow. Why? The story begins the evening of February 24th, 1978. 5 friends, Gary Mathias, Ted Weiher, Jack Madruga, Bill Sterling, and Jack Huett, pile into a car to watch a college basketball game in Chico, California. They're not a random group. All are part of a community sports program for adults with mild intellectual disabilities. Gary Mathias, 24, is the exception. A U.S. Army veteran diagnosed with schizophrenia, kept stable with prescribed medication. By 10 p.m., the game's over. They buy snacks for the drive home. Then, they vanish. By morning, their families are panicking. None of them return home. 2 days later, police find Jack Madruga's 1969 Mercury Montego. It's not on the road home. It's 80 kilometers in the wrong direction, perched on a snowbound mountain pass in Plumas National Forest. There's no sign of damage. Tires are fine. Tank is half full. The keys are still in the ignition, and the heater is warm enough that the engine probably stopped running only hours before discovery. Rescuers wonder, if the car worked, why walk away in deadly cold? The search turns desperate. Helicopters scan frozen valleys. Dogs comb through snowdrifts. Then, 6 weeks later, a snowcat crew stumbles on something that makes no sense. A U.S. Forest Service cabin, only 3 miles from where the car was found. Inside, shelves stacked with canned food, sleeping bags, matches and propane heater in perfect working order, extra clothing, and yet, only 1 candy bar had been eaten. It's a shelter that could have meant life. Instead, it became a silent witness to their deaths. In early June, as the snow melts, grim answers emerge. Ted Weiher's body is found inside the cabin, or rather, what's left of it. He's wrapped in 8 layers of clothing, some belonging to the others. His feet are frostbitten, toes gone, likely self-amputated to stave off gangrene. Coroners estimate he survived up to 8 weeks after they vanished. Nearby, the bodies of Bill Sterling and Jack Madruga are found, partially eaten by animals, along the route between the car and the cabin. Jack Huett's remains are discovered much farther away, scattered across rugged terrain. And Gary Mathias? He's gone. Completely. No trace of his body has ever been found. Investigators chase every possibility. Mass panic? But why wouldn't they regroup at the stocked cabin? Drugs or alcohol? Toxicology shows nothing. Foul play? No defensive wounds. No signs of attack. Every logical path hits a dead end. Gary Mathias becomes the ghost at the center of this storm. He's the only one without an intellectual disability. He's the only one with Army survival training. He's the only one whose body was never found. And in the abandoned car, police find his prescription antipsychotics, untouched. What if Mathias's schizophrenia had returned that night. A sudden break from reality, his mind weaving danger from shadows, could have convinced the others to follow him away from safety. To them, he may have been the leader, the one they trusted in the snow. To him, they may have been players in a deadly hallucination. Or maybe he was the last man standing, surviving for weeks before vanishing into the forest forever. Decades later, the Sierra Nevada still keeps its secrets. Some see this as a tragic accident. 5 men lost to confusion, cold, and bad luck. Others believe there's a missing piece, a 6th figure in the snow we never knew about. What we do know is this: 5 friends set out for a basketball game and ended up in one of America's strangest cold cases. A warm cabin waited for them in the dark. But for reasons we may never understand, they chose the snow. Would you have stayed in the cabin or kept walking into the snow? Let's see how many of you could have survived this night. Drop your answer below. If you found this as captivating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more unexplained mysteries. And remember, sometimes the most baffling questions are the ones that remain unanswered. This is Unsolved Plus, signing off from the edge of the unknown.